Hey y'all, and welcome to Southland Piper. I'm your host Tim. Hope everybody's doing well today. For a while now, I've been wanting to get my cellar organized. I've been working pretty hard the last 3 years to get my cellar built up. This past June of 2022, I retired, and by the end of the year, wanted to have a fairly substantial cellar in place. Uh, Pros and cons of cellaring tobacco. Let's start with the cons. Um, Price is one thing. It costs quite a bit of money to put a tobacco cellar together, and having room to storage for storage of your cellar, depending on how large it is. Today, I brought all my bins out to my shop and put them out on a table to kind of take a look and organize things a little bit. I don't keep them out here in the shop because I don't heat and cool the shop year round, and tobaccos need to be stored in a area that has a constant temperature and not big temperature swings. So even though I've got them laid out here, I'll get them packed all back up and put back in the house. Uh, Concerning your cellar, I think everybody or most people are familiar with Mutton Chop Piper. He makes a great recommendation on cellaring tobacco. He says to get a shoebox or something similar in size and fill it up with tobaccos that you enjoy or want to put a little age on, and then put a date on the box. Seal up the box, put a date on the box from 5 years forward. So if we're about to be in 2023, so on the box put down 2028, and then when that year rolls around, break open that box and you've got some tobacco that has at least 5 years on it. But you could do that pretty much every year, and you could build up a decent little tobacco cellar. I think it's a great recommendation. Um, Mine's a little bit bigger than that, unfortunately or fortunately. But so those are some of the cons: cost and storage. Pros: uh, yes, the tobacco can be pricey, but the price is only going to go up. You've got some tobaccos right now that are under high demand that when they come out, they already sell for 2 and 3 times retail, if not more. So you're saving money for future purchases because the price is only going to go up. Um, Tobaccos that have some age on them are more desirable because as they age, a lot of them meld, the flavors meld better or mellow out, and they just, for me and a lot of people, aging your tobacco in a cellar, it just is much better once you smoke it. Um, and having a cellar now and getting it together is also a good hedge against supply in the future. You have a lot of states that are legislating against tobacco products. Federal government is talking about uh, taking a stance on nicotine, um, and bringing down. You have to bring them down to a certain level, or don't have nicotine at all. Who knows where all this different legislation is going to go? But you see some states that it's become difficult already to get tobacco. So you don't know what the future holds as far as the availability of tobacco. So that's another good reason to have a cellar. So I took a few pictures. I've got some laid out here at the shop on the table, and we'll take a look at those. And just wanted to share with what I've got. It might inspire somebody to start their own uh, tobacco cellar, if not on my scale, at least on Mutton Chop Piper's shoebox cellar, which I just think is a fantastic idea. But we'll spin around and take a look at what I've got. All right, well, here's my tinned and bagged tobacco. I will show you some pictures of the tobacco that I have in mason jars in a little bit, but we'll just take a quick look here. Got my plum pudding, and there's some Black House and some of the barrel aged, and then Mississippi River Special Reserve and rum barrel to age. Um, Lord Morgan, which I think is pretty good, and got several tins of Peterson's Standard Mixture, Scudo, which I really like real well. But just wanted to give a little view, and then my Esoterica. Um, yeah, that's the ones that are going for 2 and 3 times retail price, if not more sometimes. But just wanted to give a quick look on these. The others will just be still shots, but um, that's what I got to take account of. And I've got a spreadsheet that I keep track of my cellar, and so I'm gonna make sure that all my numbers are good. I've already found a couple of entries that weren't correct, so um, doing the spreadsheet sure helps quite a bit on keeping track of what you got. I have a small cabinet, and these are the drawers just pulled out. This is mostly English blends in this little cabinet. This cabinet contains Virginias and Vapors. Okay, I have some larger mason jars as well. There's Penzance, Full Virginia, and some other blending components. The Mylar at the top is for aromatics. I vacuum seal aromatics. This is a storage container that slides under my bed. It contains a lot of aromatics, and a lot of the jars are actually double stacked. Well, thank you for sharing your time with me today. Hope you enjoyed taking a quick look at my cellar. Kind of got to get it all packed up now. That's okay. If you're not doing a cellar, think real hard on it, especially just maybe using mutton chop Piper's method of the shoe boxes. I think you'll be happy that you did. Um, the stuff is only going to get higher priced, and availability is going to keep going down. But again, thank you for sharing your time with me today, and I'll see you soon.